Now let's see how we can use the playground area in ShipWeight. I have a project here where I've pre-set up the things that I need to use the playground area, which means that I have a code that I've defined for grouping my items to be checked in and out of the playground area. This is code CO8 work package, has now W1 through 4 as my packages. I've been going into the options dialog and scrolling to my workset tab sheet, enabling the use of workset and selecting CO8 as my custom code for the grouping of the items. I've entered in labels for my comments and I've defined my margins, 5 of them here: builder, change, design, future and GFM. So I'm ready to use the playground area, and if I go into the item dialog of my live database, I can see that I have plenty of items here, and I can see this is the normal color of the item dialog, so that means I am in my live database. In my options dialog I selected a light blue color for my playground, so if I enter into my item dialog through the item playground, I will see that I have a light blue item dialog, and currently there's no items at all in here. So now I want to check some items into the playground and do some modifications there. Now to do this I first have to select items in the live database, mark them with a work package and check them out. So I open up again my live database, I select some items. I'll select all of the items in group 198 by Control A, and I go to items menu, set field values. I select my code CO8 work package, and I will assign all of these to W3 to group them. So now if I scroll to the right here, I can see that on my work package here I have W3 for all of these items, and they are still in the live database, and to get them into the playground area I have to check them out by going to my items menu and select work sets, and in this dialog I can see the history of all my checking in and out, and currently I have only green arrows here, meaning that everything that's been previously checked out has also been checked back in. And I can see here the checkout person, the calculator person, the last change, and the comments, and the changes that's been happening, and the margins that these changes have been applied to. But now I want to check out the items that I marked with W3, so I select W3 here in the dialog, and I click the button check out, and then ShipWeight will tell me that 15 items have been checked out. So I click OK, and I can see now that I have a new line here with a red arrow, which indicates that items with W3 have been checked out. It tells me when and by whom this checkout was done. So now I close this dialog, and if I open my live database, you'll see that these items are still in my live database, but a copy of them have been moved into the playground area. So now in the playground area I can do the changes that I want to do here. I can take some items and delete an item. I can take one item and change the weight of this item, and I can add a new item. So I will also add a new item to a new test item. And when I add a new item, I also have to assign it to the work package, so that ShipWeight knows that this new added items belongs to the same group of items. That being done, I can consider my work done here in this weight group, and I close my playground. And now I can go and check the net changes again in my go into my work set dialog. I select W3, the red arrow here, which is the items that I've checked out, and I click review. When I click review, I'm opening up a work set review and approve dialog, and in this dialog I can see the net changes that's been now done to my work set. I can see in the upper level here who checked this work set out and the date and who was the last person that changed it. I can see the net overall changes here, and I can see the detailed changes down here. From the detailed changes I can see that a new item has been added, and I can see this because a green circle is to the left of the weight group, which means that this is a new item, and I can see the weight that's been added here. Then I have an orange circle indicating that this item had some changes to it, and I can see the net change of the item here. Then I have this red item, the last one, which means that this was removed, and I can see the values of the items that's been removed. Finally, now the net change of all of these items is shown up here in this orange line. So I can see I have a total increase of this weight group of 286 kilos, and I can see the total weight in the database and the total weight in the playground. And now if I want to approve this, I click review OK. If I am not satisfied, I can reject it by clicking reject. In this case the changes are fine, so I click review OK. And if I close this, I will see that now I have an orange arrow here, meaning that this has now been approved, sorry, not approved, but reviewed OK, but it has not yet been checked in, so no changes has currently been done to the live database. To make the changes effective on the live database, I select the package and I click check in, and if I want to now I can give in a approved comment, changes approved. I must select the margin for this increase in weight to be deducted from, so I want to get that from my GFM margin, so I scroll down and select GFM, and now I can see totally in this project I've used 5 tons from my GFM margin, and I have about 45 tons left on my GFM margin. So selecting the margin here now, I'm ready to approve and check in. So I click approve and check in, and it tells me that 15 items have been checked in, and now this line here has turned to with green, and I know that I can now see the history of this work set, the time it was checked out, who calculated it, who reviewed it OK, who approved it, the comment that were set for the improvement, the net change, and finally the margin that this net change were applied to. So now if I close the work set dialog, I will see that my playground is empty, the items have been checked in, and my live database have now been updated with the changes that was done in the playground.